Hey, hello there, and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Milan. So I've been away for about a week, I think, since my last video posting, because I've been focused on the new release for the Imperator Rome game. Enjoying that quite a bit and got quite caught up. It was quite fun for me since I got to explore and discover new things. Not that my passion for EU4 is somewhat diminished, but I do want to maybe approach it in just a slightly calmer, more relaxed way. That wasn't very good. Hello again, and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Milan. Hope you are well. I apologize for the several day gap since my last video, though that is not unheard of. I have been, as you may see, I've been doing a little bit of Imperator Rome, and I encourage you to check those videos out, as the game has evolved in a very positive direction, in my opinion. One which sometimes can even give it the potential, at least, to surpass EU4 one day. Nonetheless, EU4 is still my first Paradox love, and I'm here to continue our exploration of the Republic of Milan, currently a military republic, but perhaps one day again an Ambrosian republic, and if all else fails, we sink back into a monarchy. When we left off, we had just taken Genoa, and we still had to core that province, which we are doing as we speak. Task accomplished. While that is happening, we have to just sit and kind of wait, because I want my overextension to go down just a little bit, so that I can raise my stability by 1. Once that is done, we will have the ability to declare war. You cannot declare war if you're at -3 stability. -2 is fine, apparently, though. So, we have to wait for however long that takes. 1 year and some change, not so bad. That is good anyways. We can recover a tiny bit more manpower and see what happens with our, event here, the Golden Ambrosian Republic disaster. Alright, let's get the clock rolling, shall we? I will start out at rolling just a 3 speed, get my other diplomat, improving relations with Florence, just to keep our neighbors happy. The goal of this episode, then, if that wasn't clear with, the ability to declare war, is to declare war. Oh, Sforza is a babbling buffoon, meaning his dip rep is negative. That's not great. But, could be worse things, I guess. In this style of game, if you were in the EU and had a lot of vassals, that would probably be very problematic. So, we could look at getting an advisor. Let's see really quick here. With our army maintenance all the way up, that's a 160. When we raise the forts, it'll be a bit higher. So it would be cutting it close financially, but I think we can afford it. Let's get the stability cost advisor then, because we will be raising stability by at least 1 and probably a little bit more over the next decade or so. Try to get back into the positive territory would be really nice. Alright, yes, back to the subject at hand, this declaration of war issue. I'm hoping to declare war on Venice. The reason I want to do that now, rather than just waiting for some sort of, events to align, is they don't have a very big trade league, and they don't have a lot of big allies. But it won't necessarily stay that way. You even look at what their opinions are like, it seems that they have quite good opinions with some quite large people. Meaning we probably want to deal with that situation before they make new friends. At least for our cores. Anything else is nice, but The cores are the meat and potatoes, and the rest is gravy. Lost the CB. We will be getting rid of this extra Diplo slot we've been occupying for quite some time now. But I want to wait until we declare that war to see how the alliances pan out. Who's going to help us, who's not. I would love to get rid of... Right, a great advisor has died. I would love to get rid of... I'll just pause it a second. I would love to get rid of Bologna. But I'm kind of hoping to entice them into taking some extra territory so they lose their free city status. On the other hand, I definitely need to get rid of Mantua, but they can be slightly useful in the event of a conflict. So if they'll help us out in this war, which I don't think they will, then we will keep them a bit longer. If not, then the alliance will go right away. Oh, a free advisor slot. That's, I kind of want to keep my money handy, and I'm not sure what kind of advisor he was, but probably more useful than land maintenance modifier. I will just have to rely on the good general to keep our morale going, and because we can't afford a level 2, obviously. Land maintenance it is. At least that will save us money. Almost get our spy network up here in Siena, which will probably not help us at all because I don't think we're going to be able to go to war for that. Let's raise this to speed 4 again now. I always forget to do that. Ottomans have declared war on Genoa, which is a bit late for us to take advantage of, but it does slightly occupy Lucca, because Lucca was allied with both Venice and Genoa. So maybe they'll get access and their troops will wander off somewhere so that we don't have to deal with them. All right, we have hit 30 there. Again, get a claim up. Fabricate a claim on Siena. Good. Get them back. And now we'll start building a spy network on Venice. Good. Nothing tricky in this Venice war, I expect. We are just going to dive right in and secure the war goals. And then, yes, Lucca wants access, so now go somewhere. And then, all right, and then we will let our allies hopefully deal with the rest and come in and rescue them as required after we have the fort in Brescia. Sforza seizes the throne. Ever the ambitious opportunist, Sforza has betrayed the Republic and declared himself the rightful duke. Alright, perhaps we must accept the return of the monarchy, or perhaps liberty is worth any price. I do believe this is kind of the, what would you call it, the crucial event where you choose your future fate. Based on my reading of the wiki, which can be occasionally a little bit hard to understand. So I think we have to make a decision here. Do we keep Duke Sforza as our leader? He is a 5/5/5 and he's young. That is really nice. But it is a shame to play Milan and not have the Republic, because that's just something that's special and unique. Or we can keep the military dictatorship and appoint a new captain general. Should we do that, we will get a new leader and we will see what his stats are when we hover over that button. Well, let's cross our fingers that both him and the Ambrosian Republic option, if we choose to restore the Republic, are viable. Or not too bad. So, we can choose Jacopo Piccolini, a 501, not very good, to become our ruler. We would get 16 pretenders rising up in Cremona. Or we can choose this fella, who's even worse. They're both about the same. No, not worse. He's a 501, that's 6. He's a 405, and 16 pretenders would rise up in Cremona. Oh, would have been nice if these gentlemen were slightly more desirable. Well, we are going to have to raise our army maintenance. Move to Cremona, which is not the most defensible province. None of our provinces really are. Well, there or there would have been good places for rebels to pop. And we have to think about which of these we want. When you've got numbers like this staring at you, you are very tempted to just stick with the Duke. And he comes with an extra stability, which is nice. But, yeah. Let's try to go back to the Republic. Let's let time tick by. In addition to Sforza seizing the throne, we have the Shadow Kingdom event. The Empire must decide and has summoned the Diet. Alright, the Emperor always tends to pick it's time to abandon Italy. Yes, he has. On the bottom there, it says the Emperor prefers this option. So let us side with him. We don't mind him abandoning us anyhow. With luck, Bologna will choose to leave as well, but I don't think free cities tend to leave the Empire. Their morale is taking far too long to recover. You know what? I'm a bit worried that this event is going to default to something, and we won't be able to pick anything. We'd better be pretty quick. Genoa is stabilized, so we can finally boost our stability. I mean, Genoa is, forized. We are about as cheap as we can get it on that, which is, we stacked a fair amount of modifiers, so we save a little bit at least, even if it is very unpleasant. Alright, how are we looking? Alright, we are at max morale. We do, unfortunately, though, need to roll a general, because we will lose Sforza when we say you can't be Duke, my bud. We have pretty lousy military tradition, which means we are very likely to roll a lousy general between 3 and 8 pips. Let's see. Oh, got the pips in the wrong place. But I guess that's as good as we can get. Let's try to restore the Republic. Alright, I don't think I can give them a new general while they're in combat. No, I was pretty sure of that. Oh, this is taking up all our manpower. On the positive side, the good general did get a trait. I'm going to have them hold off just a day so that they arrive there after the month tick. Mission fulfilled, friends in high places. The siege will be useful to us. The improved relations, always beneficial. The fellow captain and defender Giorgio Lampugnano is conqueror. Hey. Would never know by your stats. We're not able to get rid of these pretenders. Wow. Importing naval supplies. We can either get some diplo power or to mercantilism. The mercantilism is the wiser way to go. Alright, now we finally managed to get rid of them. How much manpower did we lose? Quite a bit. We're bleeding money now as well. But that's the way it is. We'll let our manpower recover a bit. Well, more so than the manpower, we'll let our forces get their back up at full strength. And then we will look at recovering our cores. So, good harvest. Yay. Admin is nice. Money though, oh gosh, this is a hard decision. Normally you would always go for the admin. We are in a situation where we are a little bit short on cash though, given that we are about ready to go to war. The treasury would benefit from some extra intake. Anyways, yeah, tough. I'm still gonna go with the admin. You can always borrow money, you can't borrow admin. The Prussian Confederation seeks Polish support, and they have gone to battle. Let's see, they got all the ports this time. That's useful for them. And Poland does have a long march, though, to get up there and help them, but they should wrap this war up quickly. They've taken Pest. Alright. Done improving relations with Florence. Tell you what, let's get on improving relations with our vassal Ferrara. Welcome, my friend. Get your manpower recovered so I can go off and do something. Now that's pretty close. I think so. So we can pull our diplomat back again. Take a look here at what declaring war would do to us. Luca's not even going to come and help them. That's useful. The Papal State will come if we promise them land. Savoy will come regardless. Alright, that is as good as we can get then. That does mean Mantua, you are no longer of value to me. And we should also make our leader a general. It's really a shame that we had to recruit a general at all, but then we would have not even won. It was close enough the way it was. We want to, yes, make our ruler a general and hope that he is somewhat better. He is quite a bit better. That 3 siege is going to be useful. Okay, we put him in charge of the main force. And though it's not really valid for much, we will drop him in charge of the mercs. Let our diplomat get home. Pardon. I'm a bit dry today. Been drinking tons of water. Very important though. Keep the skin young and healthy. Alright, sorry, getting distracted there. Right. Let's declare this war. I'm just taking a quick scan to make sure there's nothing I'm missing or forgetting. I'm curious, do they still have the Duke? Yes, they do. That is expected. Alright, let's do this. Declare war, offer the Papal State land, and we will probably be giving them land because we want to keep them for a bit longer on our side. We are going to be taking Bergamo. Confirm. Select you. Tell people that they can attach should they feel so obliged. Our vassal is currently set to attach as well. Hopefully he will not just sit there and get stack wiped at the very least. Let's just take this province first. No, let's not. I can detach the mercs. Move my main force in. I mean, oh, whoa. Does he not have the general? Huh. I'd have sworn I told him to attach. That's a bit of a shame. Alright. Doesn't cost us much time though. Really could have sworn I clicked him in. Alright, Siena has accepted the offer to become a free city. Siena as well. Why couldn't they make the free? Maybe they need to introduce something else for that as well. They can't be making all the cities in Italy free provinces, free cities. Oh, we do have a diplomat free. Let's get him on improving with Ferrara then, as well for now. Alright, what are the Venetians doing? Looks like the Papal State is getting a little bit too ambitious. Savoy, maybe help them out. I can't really help you out. I could if my mercs. Let's see. I guess I could actually try and help you out. Let's see. Let's drop a couple more, you guys. Yeah, just enough to keep that siege going. I'm not sure I'm going to get there in time. But we'll see. This could actually be useful. The Shadow Kingdom. Yes. While the Kingdom of Italy is still formally part of the HRE, it has in many ways turned into a Shadow Kingdom, with the Italian states acting independently of the Emperor. It is time to abandon Italy. Austria loses prestige, and we have all departed. Or we shall. Our country is a natural part of the Empire. Nope. Or the Emperor does not concern us. That is what we shall be. Alright, they are taking out Milan anyhow. It looks like. Battle of Dova. Oh, we did come in just in time to lend a little bit of support. That's good then. We might as well leave our guy here. We could have gotten more casualties against the Viennese if we had been a bit more fast with our movement. I probably should have left them off, but we've got other problems. The nation of Austria, your faithful allies, are requesting that you come to their aid in the Burgundian conquest of Liège against Burgundy, Nievers, Brabant, Flanders, blah blah blah. Defense of War. This is the new event that seems to happen every game. Well, it's not an event, but it might as well be. It is AI logic, where Burgundy suicides themselves into into attacking the HRE, and usually it gets quite handily defeated. We will have to accept. Would love to be able to assist them, but just checking how they were doing, they lost a little bit, but not much. We would love to be able to assist them to get some favors, but priorities, my friends. Alright, the Pope is working on Treviso, that's good. Venice has decided to rent troops from Florence, okay. Fine. Can I get a leader there? Yeah, not a very good one, but alright. Alright, we're coming in here for hills, but if I let him go to Ferrara... Oh, we are locked already. I should not be running at such big speeds, I guess. Because otherwise we could have taken... Well, that's interesting. I thought if it was not a real fort, or is it a real fort? That if it was just a capital fort, that we wouldn't get the defensive bonus. I've been playing this game for thousands of hours, and I've never really thought about that. I guess I just took it for granted. But yeah, so we get defensive bonus. And yeah, so much for their their troops that they rented out. Alright, let's move them back up then in there to lend some support to the Papal State, should they require it. Looks like Vienna is coming around to try to hit us from the north, but we're not going to really concern ourselves with that until they get a bit closer. Actually, yeah, it looks like they're getting quite a few people up in here. Let's move around. I think that's actually useful. They seem to be going quite some distance. I see they're moving over here as well. Let's see what's happening. Why is C and everybody? Because I thought I saw Venetians head in there as well. All right, well we'll see. Yep, there they are. Quite a few of them. We'll start by taking them out. Alright. Looks like they're going to be sending in even more. Yep. Alright, took even more of their men. Oh, that went well. I almost wonder, well, my troops are over here, if I should just keep them here and do something with Burgundy. No. One thing at a time. I know Austria would appreciate it, but... Oh, whoa. We marched right into that pretty badly. How much did that cost us? Quite a bit. That was interesting. I thought they were on the retreat, and which is why I marched in there with low morale. That they were, you know, and that we're going to go further, but apparently not. Not gonna catch them again. Alright, let's just send them back in here for now. Yay, we have won the Seas of Brescia. Which means we can select these guys, send them there, send our main siege guy over to help in Treviso. Everything's going pretty smoothly, and now we have one Treviso, which is also useful. We cannot really acquire a lot more from them in that area. Okay, Verona is set as well. How is Milan's... I mean, not Milan's, Venice's forces looking? How many more men do they have? They still have a pretty good army popping around. Just that they're scattered and weakened. I'm just trying to decide if I should keep on supporting them, our allies over here in Venice, or if I should start trying to get some favors by going over to help out in Burgundy. And that depends a little bit on what I think we can get out of this war. Tell you what, I don't want to risk my forces somehow becoming exposed in any way. So we will just keep them all together for a moment. There we go. We can tell you guys to just attach to the Free Company. Got another province secured. Good. Most of their troops seem to be gathering up there. We are losing money because we're probably reinforcing. If we can at least head down there and take one more province. So that probably wasn't so wise then. I could have tried to intercept the Nice there. It is a forest, but there are worse things than forests. Still, I think we could have done better than that. That's not the best. And I even didn't even send in our mercs. I sent in my actual army. Let's eat up some more manpower. We don't need it. All right. Let's send these guys down here. So let's detach our other fellow. Move him in there. You guys, everybody scatter. Go do what you want. Maybe they can take care of Silly. It is a weird name. Oh, that's just mercs. They're taking out a little stack that's been quite damaged. Though now they do need some support. Yeah, our forces really took some fair amount of casualties, I must say. Less than ideal. In that regard. Zara is occupied as well now. And now we just kind of have to either sit and let this siege finish, or we start to ignore things and go help out Austria. Oh, the Italians kept that stuff? That's not very nice of them. I mean, I promised you land, and I promised you that much land. Tell you what, let's get our guy back from here. And, you know, give a month tick here, see what's kind of happening. And now let's check this out and see what kind of war score we have. We have to request these in that way. Take them. Okay. Take that province as well. Give this to Venice. And they are happy. Negative 26. Wow. You're losing quite badly, my friends. I don't know why you would think that think that I just that I don't deserve that. But well, I was hoping one of you guys would stay there and help out. We'll see. Hopefully they do. Just want to go and scare them off. Somebody go help out. 4 uniforms. Oh, yay. That's morale in the middle of the war. Alright. We can actually leave them here. They can gather up some loot, at least, in that province, whereas Treviso is probably, well, almost split. So we do just have to keep occupied until we get enough war score. Which seems to be a while. Let's start building up a spy network then in Burgundy. I hope Austria like holds out. It doesn't seem like they will. Let's move them over one then. Let's get some guys closer to the other front in case the Burgundy's troops come into our territory. Alright, we're at 49%. We'll get this war score pretty soon, and then we can move on. We do have the opportunity to get some Diplotech. that could help keep down some things. You know, we'll get some trade efficiency and everything for the next 4 years. All right, we have won that siege. Now I can release everybody, or well, actually I won't. They'll come with me in a way that's not necessarily needed, but that is all right, because I'm hoping that my vassals' troops at least remain attached. All right, and we've got another one there. And yeah, we can take them out. We've got a lot of troops attached. Those are just vassals. Those are just mercs. Recover morale speed. I'm not going to keep anybody else out, because I want to use the war score from them for my own purposes. It is really, really bothersome that I should have marked all these as being of vital interest. It's a little bit annoying that they kept them. That's my oversight, though, so I cannot criticize the AI for keeping those. Because I can't really go over here and take all of that. It is sad. Though I could think about taking something. I could release a vassal over there. Let's see. Ragusa, though, is undoubtedly still guaranteed by the Ottomans. Yes. So if we took, for instance, this and made Dalmatia a vassal, there's not a lot of land we could take. That, these in principle, but I do believe that Hungary is going to get annexed into a personal union with Austria. So that's probably not something to do. That's unfortunate. We also have this usually? No. Nope, that's all Dalmatia. Well, we could take that. Why not? We could even release this thing if we feel like it's more, if we don't want to core it. I mean, why not? That's not a bad idea. Not HRE territory. It will permanently kind of cut off this Venice here. We could even build a fort there if we wanted, so that they would always have a hassle of a time getting their forces from one direction to another. Well, they probably wouldn't because of overlapping zones of control, but what does Austria think of that land? Doesn't think much of it. Doesn't seem to care if we take it. Alright, that is what we'll do then, if we can, though money can be useful as well. Let's get the fly back and take a look at this peace deal. And then we will wrap up, because I'm trying to get better at keeping these things very contained and on time. The war went fine. We lost probably 1,000 more men than we would have needed had we used our mercs a little bit more, and our general and our normal troops. I wanted to say levies now because I'm accustomed to the Imperator after a few days on that. But our regular troops should have been occupied elsewhere, perhaps, and we should have used more of the mercenaries for some of those battles. So if we take this and this, we can't take that because we can't make it a core. It's not that far away. Why can't we make it a core? It's just around the tip of Italy. Huh. Papal State does not want it, then why won't you let me take it then? Let's see, back to me. Milan. Cannot set because it's a vital interest, and yet you won't let me take it. I really am curious why we can't core that. I know there's a coring distance thing, and that's perfectly valid, and I understand it. But nonetheless, that is not that far away. That's for the Papal State, though, but it doesn't seem so far. I'm not sure why we can't. Oh well, that's fine. We're gonna get more aggressive expansion somewhere else anyways. So this will keep our AE under, under limit, and we can then devote more time to taking land from elsewhere. Well, how sad. What else can we get then? We could definitely not humiliate them, but maybe get war reps and then some money. Yep. That looks like that's it. That's what we'll settle for. It's not the best peace deal in the world, but it will do. I could have done a lot better had I been a bit quicker on that. Good, good, good. Troops can get over here then, reconsolidate for just a second, and then march off to help Austria. We have fulfilled a mission to reclaim the ducal lands. That will help get our prestige up, but it also will give us Republican tradition, so I'm actually going to wait. Yeah, because that's a 10 Republican tradition that gives us, in addition to some claims on these regions. So that's something we want to use only when we need to. We do have a province that lacks a core. I could make them into a vassal. However, we are at relationship limit here. And I don't see anybody I can really drop. I could drop Bologna, to be honest. I can check. Yep, they of course stayed in the HRE. That's going to be uncomfortable, but gives us something to work around. Maybe I should get rid of Bologna. But I'm going to keep this. I have no reason to make them into a vassal right now. It can help your force limit, give you some money, can be very useful sometimes, but this is core territory. We'll be we kind of want it. For that up, hope for a stability event. That would be lovely. Let's get our troops home. Let's do this government reform as well, though. Let's get our troops home. Then we'll do some closing out things. We've lost our reconquest against Venice and gained it against our friends. Oh well. Dealing with them is not going to be fun, but we'll deal with that later. Have some new mercenary companies. I really am slow tonight. I do apologize for that, but you know, the war's going fine. At least I'm not making some sort of strategic blunders. We are consolidated here. These guys, though, can attach to our main army. I will then simultaneously also move our leader to that army instead. Actually, no. I was right the first time, because, you know, mercs are good for sitting on sieges as well. And we will shortly be moving them up here. We can even get started with it already. They go in there then. This would be quicker because it's not a hill, but this is probably easier to retreat if we get into trouble. As long as we can go into French land, we'll be fine. Yeah, we can. So the Papal State might be heading over there. Alright, so that can happen. We do have another fort here. We've got to leave them all up at the moment. But other than that, we're fine. I want to take a quick look then as we wrap up at our ally here, our former ally, that is, who is now allied with Croatia. Oh, they are free. Interesting. That must have been in the peace deal that they were forced to sign with Hungary. That could open up some interesting opportunities in the next war with Venice, when we can take something, I hope, that you know, that belongs to Venetia and then feed them all of this coast. That would be lovely. Puts us closer to the Ottomans, but that's fine. I ain't afraid of no Ottomans. Alright, I do have to wrap up then. We're already going over time and I keep on babbling on. Maybe I'm just that excited to get back to EU4. I really am loving learning the new game, but you know, when you just know a game as well as EU4, like coming home. We wanted to look at Mantua before we close out. We have a truce that goes until 66. That is 3 years away, plenty of time. I'm going to hope that they don't get a lot of new allies. If they have Croatia, we might be able to snag something from them, which would be lovely. May or may not. I'm not sure how the coring distance thing will work by the time that rolls around. Other than that, we also have a government reform we can enact. We have the reform for frequency of elections, and generally for maximizing monarch points you want to go the direction of the frequent elections. Alright, let's do that. I'm kind of wishing instead of republicanism here, I had tried political dynasties, just since I never have. If I really feel like I have a lot of extra political reform floating around, I might flip over to it later. That takes care of that. We can form states as well. And Po Valley, we certainly should form. No, that's Liguria. Cancel. Po Valley. Yes. Po Valley, we need to form for sure, since we already have cores there. This one will come up as an option later. Venetia as a state. This, yeah, we can state it as well. We might wait to actually core it till the next episode. I can think about that. Not bad for starters. We at least took something. Didn't quite get as much as I would have liked. One province short, though, is nothing to whine about. We got our cores and one province extra. We broke our alliance with Mantua, and we'll prepare for a war against them to get Ferrara's core back in the next episode, I would assume, unless something tragic happens. Currently, we do have to go off and support Austria a little bit. Maybe we can get some favors. Assuming they turn the tide of this war, they normally would be able to, but they don't seem to be doing splendid at the moment, to be honest. So it is a possibility they will just lose this war, and we're not going to throw ourselves into an uncomfortable position for sure. Thank you again now for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time when we will continue on with the Republic, which now seems to be established. We have gotten rid of our military dictatorship. We have avoided the return of the duchy, and we are the Ambrosian Republic. Take care of yourselves, and until soon, ciao.